All right. So you sent over this article by Ravindra Sadafula.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, this is a good one.
this is about accelerating your growth as a software engineer.
Definitely.
And it looks like he's got some seriously valuable insights here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Ravindra's background really speaks for itself here.
Yeah.
MS in AI focusing on leadership, deep learning sauce.
Wow.
So he definitely knows what he's talking about.
All right. So this article, it covers a lot of ground.
It does.
From code quality to design patterns
Yes.
to even the importance of influence and communication.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to break it all down for you.
Okay.
See how you can apply it to your own journey.
Let's do it.
All right. So first up,
First up, code quality.
code quality.
Ravindra emphasizes that clean, well-structured code is essential,
Okay.
but it's not the end goal.
You know what? I've been there,
Yeah.
Spending hours, days, even
Okay.
trying to perfect a piece of code,
Right.
only for the project requirements to change completely.
Ugh, I know. It's so
Yeah.
frustrating.
And it can be super frustrating. So
Yeah.
how do you strike that balance,
Yeah.
between writing quality code
Right.
and actually delivering value?
Quickly and efficiently.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Quickly.
Ravindra's advice is don't let perfection be the enemy of good.
Okay.
So true.
So how do you avoid that trap
Right.
of, letting perfection be the enemy?
Well, of good.
I think one key takeaway is to shift your mindset
Okay.
from creating the perfect code
Yeah.
to focusing on iterative development,
Okay.
testing early and getting feedback
Yeah.
as you go.
Makes sense.
Would you rather spend weeks polishing a feature
Right.
that nobody ends up using,
Right.
or get a functional version out there?
Right.
Gather feedback and iterate
Get it out there.
based on real user needs.
I'm starting to see how this perfection thing can actually slow you down.
It really can.
You might end up building a beautiful, perfectly coded house.
Right.
But if it's not the house people want or need.
It doesn't matter. It's not very valuable.
Exactly. And this ties into Ravindra's next point
Okay.
about designing for reusability,
Okay.
which is something senior engineers
Yeah.
tend to excel at.
All right. So we're talking design patterns here, right?
Yes, we are.
But honestly, sometimes those can feel a little abstract.
I know what you mean.
Got any real world examples to make this more concrete?
So let's say you're working on an application
Okay.
where you need to control access to a shared resource.
Okay.
Like a database connection.
Right.
You wouldn't want to create a new connection every time
Yeah. That'd be bad.
a user wants to access data.
Right.
It'd be inefficient and could lead to problems.
Makes sense.
That's where the singleton pattern comes in.
Okay. So the singleton pattern, how does that solve this?
So it essentially ensures that you only have one instance
Okay.
of that database connection object
Yeah.
throughout your entire application.
Oh, it's like
Think of it like a gatekeeper. Anyone who needs access to the database has to go through this single point.
So instead of creating new connections all the time,
Exactly.
which could get messy,
Right.
you have one central connection point.
One central point.
Yep. That everyone uses.
Much more organized and efficient.
That sounds a lot more organized and efficient.
Precisely. And that's just one example.
Right.
There are many other design patterns,
Yeah.
each addressing specific types of problems.
I see.
Ravindra actually criticizes the over-reliance on algorithmic interview questions.
Oh, really?
He argues that real-world problem-solving skills,
Okay.
like understanding and applying these patterns, are more valuable
Yeah.
for building effective software.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah?
It's not just about knowing how to solve some theoretical puzzle.
Right.
In an interview, it's about being able to build systems
Exactly.
that actually solve real problems for users.
Exactly. And that kind of brings us to, I think, a really important point here.
Okay.
The importance of influence and communication.
Honestly, that's something I've always struggled with.
Yeah.
As engineers, we often think like our code should speak for itself.
Yeah.
But Ravindra makes a really compelling argument for why influence matters,
He does.
even in these technical roles.
Yeah, it's not about being manipulative or pushy.
Right.
It's about being able to effectively communicate your ideas,
Yeah.
back them up with data, and persuade others
Okay.
to see your point of view.
So it's about building consensus and getting buy-in
Exactly.
for your ideas.
Imagine you have a brilliant idea
Right.
for improving a system's architecture,
Uh-huh.
but you can't articulate it
Right.
in a way that your team or stakeholders understand.
Yeah.
What happens then?
Yeah, your idea, no matter how great,
Yeah.
might never see the light of day.
It might just die right there.
And that's happened to me more times than I'd like to admit.
Oh, I'm sure.
I've learned the hard way.
Yeah.
that communication skills can make or break a project, even if you have the best technical solution.
It's true.
So this ties into another crucial aspect, I think.
Yeah.
Ravindra highlights agile adaptation.
Agile adaptation, yes.
In today's fast-paced tech world,
It's so fast-paced.
things change constantly.
All the time.
Requirements shift, priorities evolve,
Well,
new technologies emerge.
it's never ending.
How do you stay flexible
Right.
and adapt to those changes
Yeah, how do you do it all
without sacrificing quality?
without losing your mind?
It's a constant juggling act, isn't it?
It is.
You're trying to maintain momentum,
Right.
deliver value quickly,
Yep.
but also ensure you're building the right thing, even when the goalposts keep moving.
Yeah, even when they keep moving.
Ravindra suggests a few tactics here
He does.
for agile development.
Yeah.
And one that I found particularly helpful
Okay.
is incremental delivery.
Incremental delivery, yeah.
Instead of trying to build the perfect product all at once,
Right.
you break it down into smaller, manageable chunks. Right. Deliver them iteratively
Okay.
and gather feedback along the way.
So you're constantly getting feedback.
Yeah.
Course correcting as needed,
Right.
and ensuring that you're always aligned
Aligning, yeah.
with the current needs.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does. And this approach goes hand in hand
Okay.
with another agile principle,
Right.
automated testing.
Automated tests.
By automating your tests,
Right.
you can quickly and efficiently validate your code changes.
Yeah.
Reduce the risk of introducing errors as you iterate.
I know testing often gets pushed aside when deadlines are looming,
It does. It always does.
but having that safety net of automated tests
Right.
would actually speed things up in the long run.
In the long run, absolutely.
It would.
And allows you to be more confident
Right.
in your changes,
Yeah.
knowing that you have a system in place
Okay.
to catch any regressions early on.
So this is all starting to click.
Good.
But there's another quality Ravindra talks about
That's good.
that I find particularly intriguing.
All right, what's that?
Tenacity.
Tenacity, yes.
It's a crucial trait
No.
for any software engineer,
especially.
especially when you're facing challenges, whether it's technical roadblocks,
Right.
stakeholder disagreements,
Or
or limited resources.
limited resources, yeah.
I can definitely relate to that.
I bet.
There have been times when I felt like giving up on an idea.
Yeah.
It just seemed too difficult,
Right.
or I was facing too much pushback.
Yeah. Nobody likes pushback.
Ravindra shares some great examples, though,
He does.
of how he's overcome those obstacles.
Yeah, he's got some good stories.
One that stood out to me
Okay.
was when he faced strong resistance from stakeholders
Oh, yeah. Stakeholders can be tough.
on a particular technical approach.
Uh-huh.
And instead of giving up,
Good for him.
he took the time to understand their concerns,
Right.
gathered data to support his recommendations,
Okay.
and then presented his case in a way
Yeah.
that addressed their specific needs
All right.
and anxieties.
He flipped it on them.
So it's about persistence,
It is.
but it's also about being strategic
Right.
and understanding the motivations of those around you.
I like that a lot.
And along with tenacity,
Yeah.
Ravindra emphasizes the importance of authenticity,
Authenticity, being yourself.
which can sometimes lead to those messy meetings.
Oh, yeah, those messy meetings.
Yeah, that's what he talks about.
Yeah, they can be tough.
That's something I'm always a bit hesitant about.
Really?
You know, I want to be respectful and collaborative,
Of course.
but I also want to be honest
Right.
and speak up when I see a potential problem
Uh-huh.
or have a different perspective.
You should.
And you absolutely should.
Ravindra argues that true innovation
Okay.
comes from embracing those diverse viewpoints, even when they lead to disagreements.
Yeah.
He actually sees those messy meetings
Mhm.
as opportunities to challenge assumptions
Okay.
and uncover potential pitfalls
Right.
that might have been missed otherwise.
So it's not about avoiding conflict altogether.
Yeah.
It's about knowing how to navigate it constructively
Right.
and use it as a catalyst for better solutions.
I like that, yeah.
Exactly. And that requires a certain level of courage.
It does.
The courage to be yourself, to voice your
To
opinions,
speak your mind.
and to challenge the status quo when necessary.
Yes.
Even if it means rocking the boat a little.
Even if it means rocking the boat.
Yeah, it sounds like finding that balance,
Yeah.
between being collaborative,
Right.
but also advocating for your ideas
Mm-hmm.
is so crucial.
It is.
And it's not always easy,
No, it's not.
especially when you're dealing with strong personalities or different levels of experience.
Different personalities for sure.
What have you found helpful?
Well, one thing that's helped me
Yeah.
is to focus on building relationships
Okay.
with your team and stakeholders.
So when there's mutual trust and respect,
Exactly.
it becomes easier to have those open and honest conversations.
It does.
Even when there are disagreements.
Even when you disagree.
And it probably helps to frame those conversations in a way that focuses on
Shared goals.
shared goals and outcomes.
Shared outcomes, exactly.
So instead of saying, like, I
Yeah.
think we should do X because it's the best way, you say something like,
Give me an example.
I'm concerned about Y, and I think doing X could help us mitigate that risk
Okay.
and achieve our goal of Z. What are your thoughts?
Much better approach.
So it's about being solution-oriented
It is.
and presenting your ideas in a way that resonates
Right.
with the broader team's objective.
With everyone.
This has been a fantastic deep dive.
It has been.
We've covered so much ground here,
We really have.
from code quality and design patterns
To influence.
to the importance of influence,
Agile adaptation.
agile adaptation,
Tenacity.
tenacity. But I think one of the biggest takeaways for me
Yeah, what is it?
is the power of authenticity.
Authenticity. I completely agree.
Ravindra's emphasis on being true to yourself,
Yeah.
speaking up even when it's difficult,
Even when it's hard.
and embracing those messy moments.
The messy meetings.
It really resonated with me.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
It's a reminder that our unique perspectives and experiences
Yeah.
are valuable,
They are?
and we shouldn't be afraid to bring our whole selves to work.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave you with a question to ponder.
Right.
What's one area you'd like to focus on developing to accelerate your own career growth?
Good question.
Is it deepening your understanding of design patterns?
Maybe.
Honing your communication and influence skills?
Could be.
Or maybe it's finding that courage to speak up more, or in meetings, or take on a more challenging project.
All great options?
Whatever it is, remember Ravindra's key message here.
What's that?
Don't let the pursuit of perfection hold you back.
Oh, that's so important.
Embrace the messiness.
The mess.
Stay curious. Never stop learning.
Wow.
And you'll not only grow as a software engineer,
Right.
but thrive in your career.
That's the goal.
That's a fantastic note to end on.
It is.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Absolutely.
We'll be back soon
Looking forward to it.
with more insights and thought-provoking discussions
Sounds great.
to help you navigate this crazy world of tech.
The ever-evolving world of tech.
All right, see you next time.
See you later.